Hey, good morning. I just want to announce that we're supporting Adam Putnam for governor. I've been with Fire Rescue for 25 years. This is Local 2928. We have 2,500 members. We're fully supporting Adam Putnam again for governor. So thank you, Adam Putnam.
Thank you.
Thank you,
appreciate it, man. Thank you all very much. It's an honor to be here, an honor to have your support. I can't tell you how proud I am of the entire firefighting community, but especially here in Palm Beach. This group of men and women are dedicated to our community's public safety, but in addition to that, they're the ones who give back. They're the ones who fill backpacks, the ones who volunteer, the ones who knock on doors, the ones who support youth athletics, the ones who are the backbone of any community. Men and women in the fire services and paramedics, they run into situations everybody else is running away from. We interact with these men and women on what is typically our lowest point in our lives: a frightening car accident, a health scare, any number of emergencies, and these men and women come to protect us. And that's just another day for them, just another day at the office. We owe it. The state of Florida owes it to the men and women in the fire services to give them the training, the support, the resources, the pay that they deserve for keeping our state safe and sound and secure and protected. Everything else flows from that. If people don't feel like they're going to be taken care of, if they don't feel like that their families are safe, if they don't feel like their kids are going to be okay, none of the other things matter. You can't have agriculture without public safety. You can't have tourism without people knowing that men and women like this are going to come rescue them. And Florida, Florida's an unusual state. You never know what you're going to get. I mean, 120 million visitors is what we're on track for this year. Not all of them are coming here for the right reasons. Not all of them are just coming here to visit our beaches. Some of them are coming here to cause problems. And men and women in paramedics and firefighters are there to protect us. The opioid crisis not only puts the users at risk, but it puts our first responders at risk. They don't know what they're going to come into contact with. They don't know what kind of violent situation they're going to be walking into, where one person called 911 while the domestic dispute, the gang fight, the violence is still unfolding, and yet they go into those situations. As Commissioner of Agriculture, I have been proud to be a part of the Florida Forest Service, which includes hundreds of wildland firefighters. And the partnership between structural firefighters and wildland firefighters has never been stronger. When we see dry seasons like we had this spring, where all of us are in this thing together, being that fine line to protect property, to protect lives, to protect the Sunshine State. Unfortunately, I have also had the responsibility to be with families when we've lost firefighters. I was on the job about 5 months when we lost 2 of our firefighters in Hamilton County who were burned over in a wildland fire. I don't ever want that to happen again, but our men and women in the fire service should know that when that does happen, the state of Florida will rally behind you and rally behind your families. And not just make it a one-day event and walk away, but forever memorialize that service and that sacrifice and take care of the families who are left behind, because this is a family commitment. One of the things that strikes me about the fire service is how many multi-generational firefighting families there are. Cousins, nephews and nieces, fathers and sons. It's a family mission to give back to our community. You all know people. Many of you may be those multiple generation firefighters. And our heart goes out to you. But more than our heart, when I am governor, you will have all of the support and resources that you need and that you deserve for keeping Florida the destination of choice and the dream of so many millions of people who want Florida to be their vacation or their home. That's what you have from me when I'm your governor. I am so proud. I'm so proud to have your endorsement, because this campaign is about fighting for working families, working men and women. My education platform is first and foremost about making sure that our kids have a world-class education and that they know the opportunities that they will have to earn in any number of professions. For some, it's college and university. For others, it's the fire service, the military, the trades. We're not going to be job snobs in the state of Florida. We're going to prepare our kids to find the types of careers that give them joy and satisfaction, and most importantly, that don't require them to leave our communities to find good work. I'm from a little town called Bartow. We'd love for more of our young people to be able to stay in Bartow and not have to leave to find good work. But when I'm working in Little Havana or downtown West Palm or in Jacksonville or St. Pete, I hear the same stories. I don't want my kids to have to leave the state to find the career that they love. I want our law enforcement and our firefighters to have the respect that they deserve for being willing to voluntarily run into those situations that most everyone else is running away from. We all know that Florida is the kind of state that people save up all year to visit for just a few days. And we also know that Florida is the state that people save for a lifetime to one day move here. Many of those are the ones you protect on a regular basis. They've been shoveling snow for decades up north, and man, they have found their piece of paradise here in Palm Beach County or other parts of Florida. And I'm proud of that as a fifth-generation Floridian, but I want Florida to be more than that. We can make Florida more than that. We can make Florida, if we put Florida first, we can make Florida not just the prize for a life well lived someplace else. We can make Florida the launch pad for the American dream. So that we're attracting the talent from all over the country to come here in their 20s and raise their families here, start their businesses here, grow their businesses here, and make Florida that launch pad for the American dream. And when they come here, they will know that they and their families will be safe and secure, that when there's that health scare, you'll be there. When there's that emergency, you'll be there. When there's a disaster, natural or man-made, you'll be there. That's the kind of state that we can build together. And it begins at the grassroots, one neighborhood at a time, one family at a time, one fire station at a time, people spreading the word. It's not just about TV commercials and slick mail pieces. It's about your reputation with your friends and family. It's about you looking them in the eye and saying, I got to meet the man who wants to lead our state as governor. And I proudly endorsed Adam Putnam to be governor because he shares our passion to build a better Florida. He shares our vision to take care of the institutions that make Florida strong. And he's going to look out for me and my family every day. Not just slap a Band-Aid on the problem, but really make the tough decisions to make Florida stronger and better for our kids and our grandkids. That's what this is all about. That's what all this is all about. As a farmer, as a small businessman, I've seen some of the foolish government regulations that come down the pike. And I have seen the innovation that the private sector, that families, that businesses, that individual fire stations, that individual men and women come up with to make our state a better place. That's the kind of innovation we want to nurture. We want to diversify our economy. The state that's the fishing capital of the world, we ought to build more of the boats that we all drool over here in Florida. The state that put a man on the moon ought to have a broader, more robust aviation and aerospace economy here in Florida. But we all know that none of those things are possible if we don't have strong fire service, strong public safety, and strong health care. These are the things that you provide us. The ultimate safety net. When we are at the bottom, when we are at our most critical point, that we reach out and dial 911, and there you are. Here you come, charging in, not knowing what any one day, what any one shift, what any one call is going to mean for your own safety. and yet you come. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your love of your fellow man. Thank you for your dedication to something larger than yourself. And thank you for what you do to make Florida the launch pad for the American dream for millions of people. It would not be possible without you. And so this grassroots effort is what it's all about. This grassroots movement is what our politics was intended to be. This is what our politics can be. And this grassroots movement, this is what our politics will be when I am governor of the great state of Florida. Thank you all very much for your endorsement. I'm honored and proud to have it. God bless you and keep you safe.
Thank you, Governor.